This reading is for Leo for the month of November. Okay. I've already shuffled the cards, but that's sort of when I put the deck in my hands, I start shuffling again. 7 of Pentacles and 7 of Cups. Okay. 2 7s. Let's see here. 3 of Swords. Why is this coming out so much? 9 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. 8, the card of Strength. And the 6 of Cups. This is for Leo. I'm going to pull the messages and then we'll put some cards on top of these when we have a look. The messages are just randomly, they're not from the top of the deck, but the decks are always shuffled again between every sign. Okay. So let's start here. So the 7 of Pentacles is, it feels like a harvest. Yeah, it feels like harvesting because look, the Pentacles are here and you're cutting more, and it's also working. It's working diligently on your harvest, on your rewarding system, and it's the 7 of Cups. This is you delicately working and tending to what you need to tend to. Where is it so that it's better in view? Okay, I have to sometimes put the cards a bit differently because of my camera, because it's my iPhone, by the way. So 7 of Pentacles, you working diligently, taking care of things really carefully. You're doing your best, you're doing your job well, and this is opening up a lot of possibilities for you. Because you're looking at the things you have here, the Pentacles, as it were, are becoming these cups. And you're dreaming also of big things. You're having these big goals, you have these big dreams, you have these big desires. But you're working towards them. It's not like you're sitting down and doing nothing. You're really working for them. And you have these aspirations that you want to get to. And these are all beautiful cards, but except this one. This one is like the fear card in this respect. So when you're tending to stuff and you have these big dreams and big visions, big aspirations, fear is going to come up. And there is this part of you that's afraid that you're not going to reach this, that these things will be out of your reach, will stay in the water, as it were, and not come up. But I'm going to tell you this is not true because you have all these cards here. So this is the fear. The fear is just, these thoughts and these normal fears we have whenever we envision big goals. Whenever we're tending and we're working, sometimes this fear creeps in. But if you keep working and you're tending to the 7 of Pentacles, you're going to get to the 9 of Pentacles. 7 to 9, progression, of course. And you're going to start, reaping more rewards. This is also, plucking. That here he's cutting. This guy is cutting the harvest. But here is also like a symbolic harvesting, as it were. You're picking up the fruits of your labor. So it's getting closer to this 7 of Cups, to your dreams, your aspirations, your desires. And this is happening because there is this big change going on. There is this change for the better, this change of luck that is happening. The universe is working with you. Let's say that the universe is working with you because you're doing this. You're doing the hard work. It's not like you're sitting down, but the universe is rewarding you with the 9 of Pentacles, with the card of Strength, with the 6 of Cups. I feel this Strength card is you continue to working diligently, with a lot of inner power, but it's also you overcoming these fears, overcoming these negative thoughts and these, this little devil sitting on your shoulder telling you, oh, it's not going to happen, never going to happen. This strength card is saying that it's conquering these fears. You're doing that really in a powerful way, in a calm way. You are really very strong in your conviction that you're going to go this way. And the universe is helping you. And the universe will bring this happiness here. The Six of Cups often is a nostalgic card because it reminds you of childhood. But, I feel in this reading, it's like, yes, you're going to get there, and then you're going to be happy like a child, as it were, like the child you were once. You're going to be together in a family way, or in your business, or in your career. It doesn't matter where, but the steps you're taking, the work you're doing here towards these goals, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. I feel the Six of Cups is that happiness, and that happiness is reminiscent of the happiness as a child, an innocent, pure little child in the world. But let's have a look what other cards are coming out here. And the other cards are sometimes like progressions, or sometimes they're just a little bit more information, or sometimes they're like a warning or an advice, on top of, in connection with the base cards. But these are the most important. Don't forget that. So if you stop listening to me and babbling on right here, you can really, as a matter of fact. Look at this, the Empress. Okay. I think these is the Five of Swords is a bit like repetition of the Three of Swords. Beautiful. Nine of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. And that is success, success, success. Okay. Beautiful cards. So oh, look at that. Strength and strength. So you're really very powerful. Six of Pentacles is sharing. It's sharing what you're doing here. And that makes you happy. You can share your goals, your visions, but also the results. And I feel there is something to do with money here as well, because this is stability, but security, but that can be, okay, wishes fulfilled card. I can babble on, but let's put some cards on top of these, and then we'll start at the beginning instead of just jumping forward and making you confused. Leo. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. Okay, beginning harvest, already going forward. Ace of Swords, we had that. No, we didn't have that. Okay, that's it. Ace, two aces. Ace of Cups on the Six of Cups. Yeah, beautiful. And I just broke a nail. Anyway, let's start here. Three of Swords with the Empress. So the fears. The Empress is like the feminine card of the deck. It's a fertile card, and that can also mean fertile with having children. But look, it's the harvest card. It's the reaping rewards. It's you can do it card. So this is to remind you that whenever you're afraid, whenever those fears come nagging in your head, don't forget that you're the Empress. You can do all this stuff. You can do the work, and you can work towards your goals. So you don't pay too much attention to the fears, because the fears will be there. And the fears, it's like, because they, you have fears here, and I feel that this also is a bit of fear, and a bit of fear of to be disillusioned, or it's the fear that maybe what you're doing is hurting somebody else. That can be it as well. But because of the Empress card and this card, and it's like it almost is like the fears are ebbing and flowing. So they come up and then they go, then you're this again, and then they come up again, and then this card comes up. So it feels like they come and they go. And the Hierophant says, don't worry about the fears, because you can do this. You have this, for me, Hierophant in this setting is like a spiritual protection. There is this sort of things that whatever you're doing, it's okay, it's good that you're doing, it's the right thing to do, and it's protected. So don't worry about it, don't worry about the fears. So we had the 9 of Pentacles where you made progression again. 9 and 10, success, whether that is, in a family sense, that, you're maybe buying a new home where you worked hard for, and that is your dream. You're having a new career where you worked hard for. It's one of your dreams. So the success is there. It's going to come. It's going to, slowly, when you do this work, this will slowly become to happen. Because we have also here the start of the harvest. Look at the page is walking through the harvest. So you've harvested, you're harvesting here, you're harvesting here. And here as well, here you're almost, this card feels like you're looking back on the things you have done. But the Hangman for me is while you work, while you're tending to the work at hand, and while you're having these goals, as you do the work and as you get further and you progress and you make progress on your path here as well, you're getting more insights of what to do next, of, what am I going to do next when, I have harvested partially. So I'm going to do the next step. He's stepping forward. So you're becoming slowly aware of how these dreams, these aspirations, these desires, these wishes are going to come together. You're getting more insight and you're getting more feeling of, this is going to be my next step. So the universe is helping you. We said the universe is helping you. I feel this card is the universe helping you. And this can be even, a real help in a literal sense. And also there is this protection again, the angel here. Because, I feel this is again with the Hangman, okay, I'm getting, this is going to come on my way, this is going to come on my way, and I'm dealing with it. One by one, I'm dealing with it. Because when you work hard and you have these insights of where you're going to do the next step, there's also, even though the universe will help you and there is help, it's also overcoming stuff. There will be always stuff that comes up that you have to deal with. And that's just, I feel that this is dealing, and it's not major stuff. Doesn't feel like that because of the other cards. It's just, those nitty-gritty details that you have to take care of sometimes, and that, it just happens. The Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, it feels like whatever you're doing here, you're very passionate about it, and the actions you're taking, you're throwing yourself in there. You're throwing yourself in the middle of the action, and it's really beautiful to see how things are going to come together. And because the universe is helping you, and because you have help, everything that comes on your way, every little challenge, every little nitty-gritty detail, you're passionately throwing yourself into the action and taking that next action, moving forward, moving towards here, towards those dreams. And I told you two times the Strength card. So it's really this powerful determination that whatever is coming your way, whatever, if it's good or bad, you can do it, you can handle it, and you will. And you're doing this really by taming that inner devil, that the inner fears. You're taming them, you're overcoming them. So the 6 of Pentacles is that whatever you're also gaining here, you're also willing to share. You have this generosity that whatever insights, because sometimes progress is insights, but also whatever gains, and that can be literally money gains, or that can be other gains like knowledge, or yeah, whatever it is. There is this sharing of the good stuff that you're doing, of that progress to your vision, to your aspirations. You're also not being greedy and keeping it all to yourself. You're sharing it willingly. And another night, this is the Knight of Swords. So there is still that action involved. This is different. This is really action. This is ideas. I find that this is also new ideas coming in. As you're doing all the action, you're getting more ideas. It's a bit connected to this Hangman. While the Hangman is more like, okay, whatever comes my path and I get an insight, I'm going to trust it. So it's a more patient and slower card, where here you're amping it up. You're amping up the speed. You're making more, you're making literally progress, and the new ideas that are coming, you're contemplating. This is breakthrough moment. This is aha moment. Sometimes you will get this moment where you say, okay, this is my first breakthrough towards here. This is my first big step, the big begin, and that leads to a very big beginning. I feel that this card is saying that there is another big idea that will move you even forward and propel you towards the result here. So every time you get insights, every time you move forwards with ideas, at a certain point there's this big idea and a big new launch and a big step towards here. And ultimately you'll get there. Ultimately, some of your wishes, or all of your wishes, but let's say some of them, they will bring you here in this place of happiness. But I also feel that this happiness is not only of the results, it's also happiness connected to the road. Here's the road. You're coming from here and you're going here, or you're coming from here, you're connecting to this. But it's also not only the result and the end goal, it's also the journey. This whole journey that you're going through, it's bringing you happiness. It's bringing you this exhilaration as if you were a child, and it's bringing that in. And at the same time, it's creating this security in yourself, this belief in yourself that you can do it. It can bring financial security in a literal way, but I find that it brings also this, this self-assuredness. What you're doing is making you really sure of yourself, really sure that you're making the next right moves, that the ideas you're having are good, that the actions you're taking are right. And it brings you to the wishes fulfilled card, the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, it's like, okay, celebrating all the things you have reached, all the steps here that you're doing. Every time you conquer yourself, as it were, you have by conquering yourself, you're celebrating, you're sitting there and you say, okay, I've done this and I've come so far, and it's really very good. And I feel that this is almost as if it creates a new relationship with yourself, a new way of self-love, really. Okay, this can be new love, a new relationship, because it can be one of your wishes, and something new is starting here. But it feels like there is also this new relationship with you, that you're falling in love with who you are again. And Leo really needs that sometimes, to be appreciated, to be seen, to be admired. But it's also good that you see yourself and that you admire yourself and that you give yourself a pat on the back and say, look, you've done that. And it feels like all this is leading to this new relationship with yourself, where you're more sure, more self-esteem, more self-appreciation, self-acceptance, as it were, as well. It's the new relationship with you. Have a look at the cards. Let's have a look at the cards. So the first one is all tied up. So in general, that would mean that you feel stuck, this stuckness, but I don't see that. Maybe it's an idea. Maybe this card is a reminder of the Three of Swords, because look here, the the threads that coming out of the heart is surrounding the woman, and here these threads are surrounding the woman as well. So it feels like a reminder to not get stuck in the fear and the fear thinking, the lack thinking, the poverty thinking, the being afraid of taking the next step because of your thoughts, not because of the facts, because of just thoughts. And that is this card a reminder of. So whenever this comes up, shake those fears loose. Then, because see, always makes sense. When it doesn't make sense at first, it makes sense when you pull a next card or when you look to the other card. So here it says faith. My life is divinely guided, and I feel that the wheel of fortune, as I said, the universe is helping you, and this card is a reminder of that. But it also is a reminder to, whenever you feel the fear coming up and you feel that you're stuck in that fear, have faith and have patience, because there will come the insights to bring you to the next step, progress, all this progress here. And then the brown bear spirit. The brown bear spirit says to take time out. I'm just going to get the booklet. There's a time to act and a time to focus your attention on patient strategizing. Oh, okay. So sometimes you have to do action here, the knight, and then we have here the other knight. Yes. And sometimes we have to contemplate. Sometimes we have to see. Sometimes we have to take a time out to see what our next step is going to be. So the arrival of brown bear spirit signals that you are best served by foregoing hard work towards your goals at this moment, and instead take the time out to meditate, contemplate, or to just take a nap and refresh yourself and begin planning what you want to co-create next. So whenever sometimes you have the fear coming up, then it's time to just withdraw. Take a time out and contemplate, let the things come in your time out, whether that's by contemplation, by taking a walk, by taking a nap. That sort of stuff will bring you to the next step. So then don't rush it. The moment that you have the fears coming up, that's the moment when you have to just stop and take a time out. So that's a reminder of that. So Leo, that is it for you for the month of November. If you say this doesn't resonate with me, go and have a look at your rising sign if you know what it is, or your moon sign if you know what it is. If not, go to astro.com where you can have a free birth chart done, and it's best when you know your time of birth, but with your location and then taking noon as a time of birth, you will already get a good idea of where your rising sign and your moon is. So that's it for you, Leo, for November, and I'm going to leave you with this, and bye for now, and see you in December.